Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel AZ Cloud Training. In our previous video, we saw how to build a three-tier elastic web host on AWS. But towards the end of the tutorial, we saw there was an error. It was a SQL error. The error message as shown in the screen says error creating table. We tried to add an entry and we got another error adding employee data. So in this video, I'm going to show how to resolve the error and how to debug this particular error. The complexity comes from the fact that the database in this particular architecture is Amazon RDS, MySQL database, and it's sitting in its private subnet. So technically, there is no EC2 instance on top of it. Um, so there is no direct access that we can gain to this particular database instance. So a way to debug this is actually from the script that we wrote, and I'm going to show you how to go about and see the error message. So how do we see what's the error message behind the scene? So what I'm going to do here is, this is the query that we were running. I'm going to add another statement here, which is basically going to throw out the um, description of the error. So I'm just going to save this, copy this, and I'm going to go inside the so I'm going to go inside my page. I'm just going to yank out all the information from here, and I'm just going to copy paste the new data. I mean, technically we can very well. Okay, so it's now in. Then let's refresh this, and now we can see that the error message is no database selected. Now, why did this happen? Remember the dbconfig file that we added, and we used a database called sample? Well, technically this database is not there at all, because uh, in the steps that we followed in the tutorial, well, technically this database doesn't exist, because when we created the MySQL instance, it did not create this database by default. We have to actually manually go ahead and create that. All right, so now we know the reason. How do we fix it? So what I did was, again, there is no direct interaction that we are going to have with the database instance. So so here basically I wrote another script. What I'm doing here is including the dbconfig file again, creating a connection, and then with the connection, I'm just going to fire another query, say create database sample, and then I'm going to execute that. So what I'm going to do is copy this. I'm just going to create a new file, and in this file again I was testing a couple of things here. Okay, all right, so I just added that, so Control O and then Control X. Okay, so with that, the clean.php is now on the server. What I'm going to do here is just type clean.php, and now behind the scene the database exists. So if I just go back to my page.php, now we should not get the database error. So now we get an error message, table already exists. Should we really see that? Well, technically no. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go back to my page.php and then scroll down to the page, or scroll down to the comment that statement out, and Control O and Control X. And if I refresh this now, I should not see that message. Now, when I try to add, say, Alex and add data, I should see that Alex with the address in New York is now in the database. I can add Bob in Texas and it will be added as well. So the error message that we were receiving before as error creating table and error creating or adding the data to employees table is now resolved. Thank you for watching my video. Well, that is it for now. Thanks for watching. If you haven't really subscribed the channel, please do so. And also don't forget to like the video and hit the bell icon so that all the new updates will come to you as soon as I publish it. Have a nice one. Bye.